And even though many stars you helped, and even though he knows they're going to criticize him, Michael said he don't care what they say. Michael came for you today, Mr. Brown. Come on up, Michael. Come up here. I don't care what the media says tonight. James Brown wanted Michael Jackson with him here today. Brothers and sisters, as I bring the family, and then Mr. Bobbitt, and then we will conclude the eulogy, I think it is only appropriate, based on my last conversation, we hear some words of expression from Michael Jackson.
Hello. What I'm going to say is brief, but to the point. James Brown is my greatest inspiration. Ever since I was a small child, no more than like 6 years old, my mother would wake me no matter what time it was. I was sleeping, no matter what I was doing, to watch the television to see the master at work. And when I saw him move, I was mesmerized. I've never seen a performer perform like James Brown, and right then and there, I knew that was exactly what I wanted to do for the rest of my life because of James Brown. I love you, but James Brown, I shall miss you, and I love you so much, and thank you for everything. God bless you, and I love you.
Many years ago, Marvin Whitney told a story. James Brown called the band together. He said, there's a man that's going to come help me. He works on the railroads. I don't know who he is, but when he come, we'll know him. He didn't know there was a man working in the Transit Authority in New York, laying rails. Came one night to see him at the Apollo.
Thank you.
One thing you forgot, Mr. Bobbitt, I'm sure Mr. Brown told Ray Charles, they lined up around the Apollo for me. Swear to God. His daughter, Deanna, who has had nothing to say publicly. Her and Yama and Nisi and them have had a lot to say privately. And like their daddy, I have been the recipient of their words. They are all true Browns. Ain't no long thing. They get right to the point. But let me say, before asking her to break her silence, that all of us are in debt to Mr. Charlie Reed, who has handled Mr. Brown and these arrangements par excellence. Where's Mr. Reed? Mr. Reed, when Deanna and Yama and Nisi and Larry and Terry and Daryl decided they wanted a 24-karat coffin, casket, gold. I never heard of it. He went and found it. Then he said, Reverend, you got one problem. I said, what's that? He said, no small private plane can carry that weight. It's almost 500 pounds by itself. Then with Mr. Brown, it's another 150, 160 pounds. So I got to the funeral home that night. We had arranged to put on